let's continue our mapping. We have two fields left. The first one is employee grade, and we need to generate either G5 or G4. If the experience years is greater than 7 and is manager is true, we have to generate G5. Otherwise, we need to generate G4. We can do this using the if condition, but we have already seen how to use the if condition, and we have another similar function which is ifS. So let's try to understand the differences between if and ifS now. For this employee grade, I need to consider the experience years and is manager input fields. In the mapping, first thing I need to check is if the experience years is greater than or equal to 7 or not. So, I'll take an arithmetic function which is greater. So, I am comparing experience years is greater than 7 or not. So, this greater function will give me either true or false. And the second condition is I need to check if is manager is true or not. So, I am going to do that using a constant. I am going to say true. We need to compare these two strings. I'll take equals string. This is my first input and this is my second input. Now, if both of these conditions are true, I need to generate G5. Otherwise, I need to generate grade 4, G4, right? So, let's go back to our Boolean functions. And here we have ifS. Let's take this. If you can observe, the ifS and if doesn't have any differences in terms of configuration. But what is the actual difference then? The actual difference lies within the performance of these functions. So, the traditional if function will evaluate both the statements, the true statement and the false statement, before checking the condition. Whereas, the ifS function will evaluate the condition first. Based on the condition, it will evaluate either true statement or false statement. So, at any given point of time, the traditional if function is evaluating both the true and false statements, whereas the ifS function is evaluating only one statement. So, that is the difference between these two functions. So, for now, I will consider the ifS. So, what should be my condition? If these two conditions are true, then I need to generate the true value. So, I will take AND function here. This AND function will return true only when the both inputs are true. This would become my condition. What is the true value? I need to give a constant. G5 is my true value and G4 is my false value. That's it. The same applies to the ifS without else function as well. So, we have if without else and ifS without else. So, here you can see there is no actual difference, right? So, both the functions are similar, both the functions are identical in terms of configuration. So, what is the actual difference here? Same, the performance. ifS without else has better performance compared to the if without else. So let's move on to the final field here, which is travel allowance was nil. Check if travel allowance has XSI nil equals to true. If the attribute is present, we need to generate the output true, otherwise we need to generate the output false. So it would be a straight mapping, one-to-one mapping. So this travel allowance nil, uh, here I need to map the travel allowance to travel allowance was nil, and I need to check if this node has the attribute XSI nil or not. So how can I check it? I have a function here is nil. So it will generate the true if this node contains that attribute, otherwise it will generate false. So I can map it directly. So this is how we use Boolean functions in our message mapping. When you want to evaluate some conditions, either true or false, we are going to use the Boolean functions. So let's go to our notes and see what we have covered so far. I would like to show you the arithmetic functions notes as well. So what is the definition? The arithmetic functions are used to implement numerical calculations or operations in message mapping, right? So we have covered all these functions: add, subtract, equals, absolute, square, square root, all these things, right? You can note them down or take a screenshot. Sine, negative, inverse, power. So all these functions we have seen in our previous sessions. So let's look at the Boolean functions. So what is the definition? Boolean functions are used to evaluate conditions that result in either true or false, right? So we have seen different set of functions: and, or, not, and equals, not equals. These are used to compare two conditions, right? The equals Boolean returns true if both the conditions are same, otherwise it will return false. So we have seen the if and if else. So what happens with if? Both the statements are processed before executing them, but in case of if else, only the matching statement is processed, if without else. So this will generate the result only when the condition is true. The same goes with if else without else as well. The difference lies within the performance. But we have an additional option in the if without else functions, which is the keep suppress. So this basically, this option is used when we want to keep the structure as it is, even when the condition is not true, even when the condition is false. So what is the behavior of if without else? If the condition is true, it will generate the output. If the condition is false, it will not generate the output at all. So it will affect the structure, it will affect the context structure, queue structure of our target node. So when you want to avoid that, and when you want to keep the structure as it is but don't want to generate the node, we will check this box, otherwise we will leave it empty. So that is with the keep suppress option. And what is the last one? Is nil. So it basically checks if the element has the XSI colon nil attribute or not. It will return true if the attribute is present, otherwise it will return false. So this is about the Boolean functions. We will discuss the other types in our next sessions.